Me, the event is starting, and we should be live now. Welcome, everybody. What is this? All these streams in the last week? What's going on here? Anyway, my name is MrHurriicane, and today I am live here actually on YouTube. Streaming on YouTube. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that. I was in the live stream panel earlier, and I think it said my last stream was like 1,200 days ago for YouTube anyway. So I guess welcome back to myself here on YouTube, streaming on my own channel. This is kind of strange not being over on Twitch streaming, but I think this is working. Hopefully no echo, hopefully everything sounds good. This time, you know what, I was a few minutes early yesterday in the off season. Tonight, I'm back to being late because I'm like, yeah, I could totally set this up in 9 minutes. Then I spent like 4 making the thumbnail for this because it wasn't accepting what I wanted to put in there. So I got it all figured out though. I think this is working. We have 125 people watching right now on YouTube, and we're gonna play some Draft Champions today. Welcome everyone to the stream. I think this is working. If it's working, if it sounds good, if you can hear a little bit of sound in the background from Madden 17 here, give me a big Teddy in the comments, and we can get rolling here into some Draft Champions. How's your day going? My day is going pretty good. Weather's nice. So, you know, that's kind of how my mood goes. Goes with the weather and if the Vikings win. And they're undefeated in 2017, so pretty good. So, yes, the stream yesterday was off season, and that was over on Twitch. I guess I'm also going to see basically the delay on here, so I'm also testing a lot of things out tonight. So if you're watching this looking for some Draft Champions action and you're watching this on like playback, I would recommend that you skip forward because I'm testing some things here, and we're going to be hopefully learning some things about YouTube streaming tonight because it's been so long. And okay, we had a bit of a delay here, but you know, it's not too bad in my mind. What is this setting? The preview player. Sorry, I'm looking at this live control room, as they call it, for YouTube streaming. Just seeing all the settings I have here. I know for the chat, I have slow mode set to 10 seconds. So you can't completely spam it, but every 10 seconds you can put something out there. But yeah, I've mentioned last week I wanted to get back into streaming more heavily this year. It's been a goal of mine to stream again, to add content to the channel, to have more fun streams. And this week I wanted to figure out, do I want to focus more on YouTube or do I want to focus more on Twitch? So I guess we're going to figure that out, hopefully, as the week goes on. And I had to go back to streaming on YouTube to see how it goes. So here we go. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? I think Falcons. If I had to give you a Super Bowl pick right now, I probably stick with Patriots. I think it'll be the Patriots. And we have some historical evidence that points toward the Patriots. You know what that historical evidence is? My Madden franchise series. For the last 3 years, they have correctly predicted the Super Bowl champion. The winner in my year 1 in my last 3 franchises has gone on to win the actual Super Bowl. And in my Chargers franchise, season 1, the Patriots won the Super Bowl. We're going for the 4-peat here. The Lakers better watch out because I have a streak of my own going. Alright. So we're going to play some Draft Champions today. I'm looking forward to hopefully a couple good games here. I know I had some good games in my return on Twitch last week. Switch to night mode in YouTube gaming. Doesn't that just change the background of the screen here? I think so. I just don't want it to be the Packers. I mean, that's the whole deal. I remember a few years ago, though, in that NFC Championship game, they were whooping on the Seahawks, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch Aaron Rodgers in another Super Bowl. And then the most amazing comeback I've ever seen happened. But the Falcons, Kane? I know, Dark Falcon. I'd love to see a Falcons-Steelers Super Bowl and just let them rip on offense. It'd be fun. Anyway, I'm just checking out some stuff here. Glad to have so many in here watching the stream right now on no notice. Have not put this on Twitter even or anything. So it's just short notice, Draft Champion stream, and we're going to get going into the action soon. Oh, actually, it did tweet out automatically to Twitter, so that probably helped a little bit. We have 219 watching right now, and I think we'll get going here. And one of the reasons why I want to do like this stuff in streaming is because I feel like this is kind of more my thing, like streaming Ultimate Team and streaming Draft Champions as opposed to making videos of it. Instead, taking that extra time to put more hours into my Dynasty and franchise, which, by the way, I'm having a great time right now with the Kalispell Warhawks Dynasty. I have tomorrow's video already done, and I'm looking forward to getting these next couple episodes up. Been spending a lot of time on the recruiting end, been spending a lot of time just working on the series. Like, I don't want to put it down. It's been so much fun. I think this first season in the Kalispell series is definitely going to go by quick. It's only going to be, you know, assuming we don't make it to a bowl game. Assuming we don't make it to a bowl game, we're going to have a 12-game season, and they can go fast. They can go really fast. So that's been posted now. I know we're like 6 minutes in and haven't done anything yet, but that's just because I'm getting acclimated with YouTube here again. Just making sure the preview on here is good. Just reading something quick. Alrighty. Everyone's still talking about DeAndre Gooch from the offseason last night. I might try trading for him because I do think that he would have a good role on our team, and we could use another depth lineman, and we need some more competition there. So we'll see if we can acquire him, because I would have liked to drafted. I wanted to take him with our last selection. That unfortunately was not the case. Can you upload the Vikings series more often? That will be uploaded more often. I had a video up last night, and I'll record more tomorrow. But here is the team that I had drafted in my last event here. This was a pretty solid roster, I thought, all around. MrHurriicane, Brandon Marshall, Phillip Rivers, Ricky Williams. Then on defense, I had no linebackers, but Tyrann Mathieu, Vontae Davis, Jason McCourty, Haloti Nada. I mean, it was an alright team. I remember, actually, I felt like they weren't giving me enough elites. I felt like I kept getting golds after golds, but I managed to get to 80 overall and win my first game very handily, forcing a quit. So out we begin some draft champs here finally, and get going with this. What would happen if you got fired in the Kalispell Dynasty? What would happen there is that I would make a new coach and assign him to the Warhawks, and I guess Leon will have to go find something else to do. Who knows? Leon Daniels has been all over the place, and his journey has been quite fun to watch. I like how you do, Michael Tate. Can you take that same style and create a career mode? That's kind of the idea of the Vikings series, just playing with more players. I'm not going to be doing a single player-based series on Madden 17. The game isn't new anymore, and I'd like to see if they do any changes to the mode in the future to make it more interesting from a player's perspective. For now, I'm more into just franchise than just a single player on Madden. Besides MLB, are you thinking of any other stream-only series? Besides MLB, I haven't really thought about another series that would be like so stream-heavy. I talked about this on Twitch. If you haven't heard, I would like to do a MLB 17 The Show franchise. I want to finally play franchise on the show. It has year-to-year saves, so I can keep playing with the same team over multiple years, and I just want to stop waiting and start playing franchise on there. And I'm thinking about making it a streaming series because it would give me a chance to sit down for like an hour or two and we could sim some games, play some games, and spend some time with it. And then I wouldn't really lose any ground on my football series that are all edited. I know it would probably be a negative for some for it to be a stream series, but that might be like the only way I can do it. So here we go. Is that Geno Smith? I don't know, but this is nothing here on first down to Thomas Rawls. You know what, too? Here on YouTube, I can use my YouTube music, so I really hope this doesn't like screw up the audio. Let me know if it does. But hey, you probably heard this song in my videos like way too much as of late. But I have more songs I can play on here, and we can spice up the audio at least a little bit. So if that sounds good, I hope it does. Let me make this window smaller as this goes down the middle as my front four couldn't get pressure. Default view. There we go. There we go. What happened to the Road to the Show series? What happened with that is I want to rework the formula for it. I don't want to cover so little ground in an episode, and I just need to take some time to think about how I want to do the future videos, and I was focused so much on the Kalispell series and getting that going, and now I need to sit down with Desmond Payne and be like, okay, are we going to do this series and change it up, or what are we going to do here? Does it have to end? Because I don't want it to end. I really like the Road to the Show, and I just want it to cover more ground per episode and just change the formula for it, so I wasn't focused on it for a while, and now I want to sit down with it again one of these nights as we can't rip that ball out. When is the draft coming on YouTube? It's on there now. All you have to do is go to part 1, which is the free agency, and go to the top line of the description, and the link is right there for the second part, which is the draft. The reason why you don't see it on my channel right now is because I don't want to flood the inbox with 2 videos at once. I like to put one up, have it public for an hour or 2, and then the second part, just so they're not at the same time. And then in the same breath, with this stream, I likely won't make it live until either late tonight or tomorrow as we get the pressure on Geno Smith. Robert Ayers, that's why I drafted him. Now, I've been calling cover 3 Sky here every single play, so I'm going to have to change it up. Might have to think about spying here as he keeps running around with Geno Smith. But 3rd and 19, we'll play it safe here. I'll get to more of the questions in the stream here soon. That's nearly picked off. Just a suggestion came when streaming, it's usually smarter to not play music so everyone can listen to their own playlists. I'm doing that right now. I didn't think about that. But I know a lot of streamers like to play music in the background, and I like it for the background of I've wanted it for the background of my music, and with this being on YouTube, I can use my YouTube music on here from the audio library, which maybe I should start like putting in requests or suggestions, like if you can find something on the YouTube audio library that you think would work for videos or streams. If you're like tired of the same stuff I've been playing, maybe you can offer up something new and I can take a look or a listen. But yeah, I wanted to figure out, is YouTube the better place for me to stream, or is it going to be Twitch? Now obviously to me it makes the most sense to stream on YouTube, seeing as how my stuff is over here. All my videos are over here. My subscribers are over here, whereas Twitch is an entirely different platform. So I just saw that like pretty much everybody still streams on Twitch, and I'm not sure if people are just doing what they do because it's what they're used to, or because it's still the better option, even with YouTube stepping up their game. Ricky Williams out here getting us a few more yards. So 248 viewers right now. Thank you all. I wasn't sure what to expect. I haven't streamed on YouTube in so long. Wasn't going to announce this because I wasn't sure if we have technical difficulties that would make the stream not able to happen, as Jimmy Graham has the reception this time, 3 for 3. I see you guys talking about the playoff games quite a bit in the chat, and the thing I want to see is what Julio Jones and those receivers can do against the Packers secondary, because they're so beat up, and one thing they really lack is speed. As Kamar Aiken doesn't lack the speed here. He goes the distance from 45 yards out. But I mean, are the screens to Taylor Gabriel going to be an option? Can Julio Jones basically do whatever he wants against the Packers secondary? And can Aaron Rodgers and the Packers offense continue to stay hot? I mean, the thing there, at least, I know the Falcons secondary isn't great, especially without Desmond Trufant, but the guy I'd be watching for in that game is Vic Beasley, because I think we've seen it. Aaron Rodgers is a ridiculous human being. I don't know how he throws the football the way he does, but the only way you can really stop him is to bring him to the ground. You have to get hits. Go back and watch the Vikings game back in week 2. They're able to get a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers. And now Rodgers is extending the play too often. You have to bring him down, and Vic Beasley is going to be the most important player on that defense. And at the same time, he's going to see a lot of David Bakhtiari in that matchup. So I guess we're just going to have to see if Rodgers has more magic for this week. Here's Geno. Oh, man, almost got there with Tyron. Man, how do you end up with Geno Smith, though, as your quarterback here? I wonder who he passed on. I want to go double A gap blitz here. Might try to bring a 6-man rush. If they isolate one side, that's when I bring extra pressure, and they don't have it here. They have 2 on one side and Fasano on this one. So here is 3rd down, and got it downfield. Accordion coverage there. I keep playing DC in these streams instead of Mutt, by the way, just because I know all these great cards are in Ultimate Team, and I don't really have a setup for salary cap at the moment, and I really don't think my team is going to fare well if you stick them into regular play, so I need to spend some time adjusting the team. Not to get it to where everybody else's overall is, but at least to make it more competitive. And maybe we'll spend some time with that today. Let's go. Oh, he's going to bring me back to my base defense. I'll go 4-4. I want to go engage 8 because I love to just craft my own blitzes out of engage 8. Be like, okay, I'll just have a couple guys drop back. And we'll see if that works. Crossing pattern. Intercepted. User pick. Donald Butler. Thank you very much. Yeah, Dirk Falcon. I'm surprised that Coleman and Freeman have been such a good tandem. Like, every week I'm like, is Tevin Coleman still going to get all these big plays? And the answer is typically yes, and Freeman does a good job getting most of the work. I'm glad that they've gotten both involved, though, because both have enough differences, I feel, to where they kind of complement each other. When will part 2 of the offseason come out? Because I missed the stream. It's in the top line of the description in part 1. It'll be public not too long after this goes live. Screen, Brandon Marshall. I'll take 2 yards. That's fine. Do you prefer a 3-4 or a 4-3? I prefer 4-3, but I think that's based more on just like time spent watching 4-3 defenses as opposed to 3-4. In Madden, I guess I prefer 4-3 still, but I do like some of the different things you can do out of a 3-4. But honestly, like so much of the league now, and even when you play online, you're going to be in your base packages, or not, your sub packages most of the time, so it doesn't really make a ton of a difference anymore. I won't be surprised if eventually we just see teams run all these, or maybe it won't, just because the base packages we use less and less, unless there's a shift in the other direction, because don't just think that it's a passing league now and then things are just going to stay the same, because you have all these, like Deion Buchanans, you have safeties going to play linebacker. Well, teams are going to respond to that by bringing in power backs. And when you bring in the power backs, then teams need the Brandon Spikes of the world to go play linebacker again. And it just becomes a cycle. We're not just going to head in the same direction. It's going to keep going back and forth based on various trends. No, I'm not going to do career mode on Madden 17 like Andy McKenzie. I want to see if career mode gets adjusted in coming years, as Allen Hurns has the touchdown here. We go up by 2 scores. I like to focus on team-based stuff right now, and I don't want to launch a new Madden series in mid-January. Not a good time for people to get into the series, and not a full year to work with the series. I'd have to have an idea I loved a lot to start something like that now. There we go, nice tackle. 14-zip here, as the Geno Smith offense is just not getting it done. All right, 1st and 10. Here's Geno. He's going to load up this time. Downfield, intercepted by Jaleel Adai. Thank you, Geno, and that should do it. All right, quick work here in game 1. Get a quick little quit there. All right, now I'm going to test out something here before we get into the next game. I want to check out the advertising on here, and I'm going to try playing a mid-roll. I'm not sure 100% how to do it, but I'm going to try playing an ad now. You're not going to miss anything, but I want to test this out, get familiar with the YouTube streaming platform. But 2-0 now with this Draft Champions team. We'll jump into a new game here in just a moment. I'm going to try inserting this ad, and it says it was successful. I'm not going to bombard you guys with ads or anything. I just want to get to know the platform better, and there's only really one way to find out. Is it playing an ad right now? I can't really tell. I'll get set to play the next game here in a moment. If an ad played for you, could you just let me know in the comment section, please? I would like to know. But we're jumping into the next game now as I try to go 3-0 with this Draft Champs team. People saying no ad. Oh, maybe that, you know what I think? I think I just set an ad placement for when, like, the stream is on playback. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't get one. What if I try this? Slate insertion. If it does play an ad, I'll buy some time here before the game actually begins. Alright, but thank you guys for letting me know. And if now one plays, let me know. Still figuring this out. Oh, I think it did start playing an ad now. Okay. Okay. Alright. I wasn't sure. I think some are still listening. I'm going to buy as much time as I can here. I don't want you guys to miss anything. I'm sorry. Okay, so it is playing an ad right now, but we're going to be hitting the opening kickoff here in a moment. Please ad end here in a moment. I'll call timeouts. I'll pause the game. I'll do whatever I got to do. Hopefully it's over, though. Oh, wow. Slate removal. That was confusing. I have to, like, say when the ad's over, too? It should still be going. People are saying it crashed, or there was just a thing there. I'm not really sure. But there's the opening kickoff. I see it now on the stream. Hey, I'm testing stuff out. I don't know how this works. Not quite yet. We'll get to know it. But we're back in the game. And I won't try any ad stuff until after this is over. Oh, come on, Marshall. You can't be dropping those. You're not a burner. Those are the ones you got to catch. Did it play an advertisement for anybody? I saw that, like, the YouTube logo show up on my screen. And, like, I had to, like, signal when it was, like, over even. And I'm like, I don't know when it's over. I don't know how this works. But at least you didn't miss anything. I'll have to watch the playback on here and see how it looked for the viewer's perspective. There we go. Another drop. Jimmy Graham now. I've had Graham have a drop now, along with Brandon Marshall. It did play an ad for me. Okay, I saw some say an ad did play. But also many saying no, and a lot saying a YouTube logo. So I guess I'll have to figure this out then. What does... Second down and 10. As I need to start running the football more. I'm not using Ricky Williams on the ground at all. Ah, Jimmy, stay in bounds there, man. But at least you remembered how to catch. Let's try middle, high, low here. Playing off coverage on the outside. I might be able to hit a comeback route. Oh, I don't like... Smart routing comebacks just looks strange. Going up the same here to MrHurriicane. Nice throw there, Philly Rivers. Now I think it's time to give the football to Ricky Williams. The ad eventually played? Okay. I'll have to learn more about this platform, though, because ideally, like... I would like to stream on YouTube. It's where all my subscribers are. I didn't have to put out notification, and I still have a couple hundred in here. Whereas the stream on Twitch, with no notice last week, was like less than half the viewership or so. Swinging this out, Ricky Williams. Oh, man, I thought he might bounce off of that a little bit. Tyrann Mathieu went low, and now it's third down and short 2. We'll go off tackle. This is, or actually not off tackle. Was supposed to, but there was a lane. Attaboy, Ricky. Strong flood here, one of my favorite plays this year. Well, it's become one of my favorites because of all the zone used in recent years. Just using all these different zone beating concepts. I'm going to roll out here. I want to make it a shorter throw to... Come on, Jimmy Graham. What's with these drops here and these players not playing right? Let's see. Maybe hit the comeback here in the end zone to Allen Hurns. What's the matchup look like? He has negative route running. I'm not sure. 2nd and 10. We'll go to Brandon Marshall, who makes the catch this time, and we'll get 5. Would you move the Chargers to LA to make it realistic, or no? I mean, my franchise is I consider it to be its own universe, and I already have a brand new stadium ready to unleash in Season 3. So, it wouldn't make sense to skip over to Los Angeles. All right, 3rd down and 5. And got it to Jalen Strong. Had to thread it there. Nice throw, Phillip. Switch is way better. This one freezes and quality is worse. Well, I couldn't know the differences without trying here, and I'll have to see on playback how things look. That was quite the touchdown throw, though, by Phillip Rivers. It was nice. Sync to preview player. On the outside here. Oh, he got it. That was a nice throw. Using that out route that I like to use a lot against off coverage. Want to get in press here to try to disrupt timing and let my front four get a little bit of pressure as he puts Isaiah Crowell in the slot. And goes underneath here on the slant. Had a good clear out there on the inside vertical. Alrighty. Might switch to cover 2 then. I ate up that entire first quarter almost, though. Nice little touchdown drive. And underneath now. That's what we want to do. Force these checkdowns and give us some time to get to the opposing quarterback. You know what? We might just blitz on this one. We're going to blitz 1 extra. There's the out. And got it there. Oh, come on. Tyler Eifert all of a sudden just won't go down. Teddy or Bradford for Vikes next year. I'd like a healthy Teddy Bridgewater. I'm still a big Teddy fan. Although I will defend what Sam Bradford was able to do this season. I don't think many quarterbacks, given the circumstances, could have done very well. And I thought that he played pretty well. I know the whole thing is going to be like, yeah, he just threw 2-yard passes the whole season. But downfield throwing was something he excelled at when he had the chance to do so. It was just the way you had to play offense when the offensive line was so dismantled. What is your favorite series that you've done on this channel? Mine is the Rams franchise. That's a great question. I think now I'd probably have to go with the Minnesota Dynasty just because we got to go a full 10 seasons. Got to see so many different storylines in that series, so many different teams and cores. And it was everything I wanted these series to be, and I had the time to make it that way, and it was really unique, and I'm hoping to recapture that to an even greater extent, hopefully with the Kalispell Dynasty. We're just underway there. Alright, he's been dinking and dunking his way this entire time. And now the pressure and the incompletion. Lucky that wasn't called a fumble. Robert Ayers there again. How much longer is AP going to play? I think he could play for a good while longer, but I don't think it's likely going to be in Minnesota. Wow. Shredding my zone coverage here down to the 1. Haven't had an answer on this possession, and he's basically just had clear outs and worked open the middle of the field. They've all been pretty easy, sadly. Got it all stacked up here. 1st and goal. If he goes off tackle, it's a free touchdown. And instead, up the gut for a touchdown. So that should tie the game, unless I can block it. Oh, man. What will the Vikings do with Bradford? I think they're going to play him this year. I think the Teddy Bridgewater injury is so serious that it could keep him out longer than a year, especially he got injured a week before the season started. So I don't think they're going to rush Teddy back. I don't think they should. I wouldn't mind if they spent another year with Sam Bradford, but at the same time, they're going to have to decide on the Teddy Bridgewater fifth-year option, I believe, here in the next couple months. And I'm not sure if you can really give a fifth-year option to a guy that, you know, you're not even sure if he's going to play again. Like, there's still so many questions about his future, and I really hope Teddy plays again. I want him to be the Vikings starting quarterback for a long time, but I guess it's hard to predict much without knowing what the next step is. Is the next step like rehabbing him to where he can play again? That's the hope. Zimmer rarely plays rookies a lot. The Leslie Frazier administration was even more notorious for that. I don't think Zimmer doesn't like playing rookies. I just think the Vikings haven't had to play the rookies as much, like Mackenzie Alexander this year. Like, what were we going to do? Take Xavier Rhodes and Terrence Newman off the field? Couldn't. That, and when Mac was on the field, I don't think he did enough to say that he should take one of their jobs. All right, so we have a 4th and 1 here. I'm just going to go for it and pick it up with Ricky Williams. I will go for it more in Draft Champs and MUT just because the games are so short and you really can't fool around too much. And I stayed in this package for some reason, but hey, Ricky Williams getting us close to a first. We'll burn a timeout. They should have played Treadwell more. Oh, is that who everybody's talking about? Yeah, I can't speak on why Treadwell didn't see much of the field, but I mean, Adam Thielen was good. Stephon Diggs, of course, he's good. It was disappointing that he couldn't get some playing time, though, as Jimmy Graham drops another one. What is wrong with Jimmy Graham in this game? I need to start doing more with these bunch formations. He's just playing a soft zone, and I keep going underneath, but I have to move quicker. Oh my goodness. Jimmy Graham is the worst player on Draft Champions. He's dropped 4 passes and just got the ball picked off. Why is Jimmy Graham so bad? Do you think Rhodes will get a good-sized contract? I do. Big one. How on earth? Jimmy Graham. We got to bench him. 1st and 10. There we go. There we go. Ah, Jimmy Graham. Why did he drop almost everything? It's Draft Champions too, so it's not like I have a backup that's going to be super good. Alright, continuing to spread out the defense. Run the same stuff. Oh, dropped it! Thank you. As long as they're dropping the football too, I'm okay. Like, I've never seen a player drop so many passes without, like, the sliders being completely messed up. Still can't get much pressure, and that'll be a first down here on the catch and run. At least make him use a timeout. But a good chance here to get in field goal range. Hi, I'm Saints Jimmy Graham, and I have DirecTV, and I'm Seahawks Jimmy Graham, and I have cable. Well, this year's Jimmy Graham wasn't too bad. Was Bradford worth a first rounder, though? In a vacuum, if you look at the play you got from Bradford, yes. But if you look at the whole picture, it's like we played with like an offensive line that you couldn't even predicted that they would play together because there were so many injuries that forced that to happen. They lost 3 starting tackles. I mean, the Vikings missed the playoffs, so you could easily say it wasn't worth it, but they got what they were looking for out of Sam Bradford. That's the whole deal there. Uh-oh, going up top and incomplete. Coverage from Vontae Davis. And luckily, that sack from Robert Ayers helped keep him out of field goal range. And they could use 5 seconds to try getting in field goal range. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I know that happened in my last the stream I did last week. So, pressure! I call a timeout. I want a chance to pick something off or whatnot. Actually, I also wasn't sure what down it was. I wasn't sure if that was 4th or 3rd down. So I'm like, there's not much to lose here by doing this. Especially when I blitz. Here we come. Carr going deep. And dropped the incompletion there. Yeah, this draft class O-line isn't very good either, and that's disappointing. The Vikings don't have a first-round pick, so the good news, though, is that they can't reach for an offensive lineman because they don't have a pick to reach with. Uh-oh. This is a quick receiving core here. Got some good route runners. Now some motion. Might throw the screen out here, and that's dropped. Everybody dropping the football here. Vikings 5-0. What were your expectations to compete for the #1 seed? I was excited, like those 5 games, like I haven't had. That was one of the most fun stretches of being a Vikings fan because the expectations were dropped, and then Sam Bradford comes out. His debut was the best game of his entire career, and I still stand by that. It was the best game of his career. Maybe not statistically, but it was the best game of his career. They go out, stomp the Panthers with their defense, easily win their next 2 games, and then the bye week happened. And it's like the defense went from elite to just above average. Then the offense started turning the football over. 5 games to start the year, they had 0 turnovers on offense. The only time they turned the football over was when Andrew Sendejo recovered a fumble but gave it back on the same play. So 5 games, no turnovers. I knew that wasn't sustainable, but the whole thing collapsed from there. AP has little to no trade value right now. That's true. With that contract, he has no trade value without a restructure. He's under contract for 1 more season. I may have to start just playing more coverage here because what we're doing isn't working. Hey! That's fine by me. Let's go! The sack, fumble, and the touchdown! That's what I'm talking about right there. There we go. 14-7 as I wonder who got that pressure. It was 98. Was that Corey Peters? I believe so. Who is the running back of the future? Peterson, McKinnon, Dante Foreman, Saquon Barkley. I don't know much about the rookies, but I'm not convinced that the future of the Vikings backfield is on the roster. I like Jerick McKinnon, but I'm not sure if he's going to be the main guy in the backfield. I think he could have a role, and I think that he'll still be a good player, but I'm not sure if he's going to be the guy they want to lead the backfield. There we go. Good play call again. He's had my number this whole time. It's just I got lucky. Running here on second down. This is Isaiah Crowell for about 7. So my last opponent didn't have a quarterback, and this opponent doesn't have a running back. I'm going to try bringing some pressure now. There's the fake. Pressure's picked up. And incomplete downfield. Now, if he had ran his crossing patterns, that would have worked. But he luckily had a shot play called against my blitz. Not sure he'll get that lucky again. I'm going to not call that again. Alright, I'm just going to try calling some makeshift blitzes here. The outside. Oh, bouncing off of one. Macklin out of bounds with the first down. Maybe we can get by playing a little bit of man coverage here with some zone help. I wouldn't bet on it, though. Look at this. Quarterback draw if you want it. Doesn't want it. Instead, the pressure's there. Come on, play the receiver. Knocked away into the cameraman area. Why you have 3 in the same area? That seems not beneficial. Gonna drop out here with Ayers. Oh, incomplete again. Man, this is weird how many incompletions off of drops we've had in this game. And here we go, crossing patterns. Oh, he got this one. And Williams has a first down. Unfortunately. What if we start dropping 8? Playing press coverage. Disrupt the timing. Let's find out. End zone intercepted! We're going to return it. Jaleel Adai to the 8. There we go. Remember when I was talking about dropping 8 in coverage more? There we go. Is that the end of the road? Pierre has conceded 3-0. One more win, and I take home the trophy, or whatever it is. It's not ranked draft champions, it's unranked draft champs, so probably not going to be that great of a reward, but I will take what I can get. All right. So another win under our belt here. One more and we win and we'll open up a pack. I'm going to try this add insertion thing again. I'm not sure if it's going to do anything. Add insertion was successful. We'll just continue here. Looking for game number 4. Well, the third game of this stream. Forced 2 quits already. One of the things I miss the most about streaming. What NFL team disappointed you the most this year? Mine was my favorite team, the Jets. Well, the Vikings, because of the way they went 5-0 and then finished 8-8. Beyond the Vikings, I mean, it's got to be the Panthers. Just to go from the top of the world to where they ended up this year. Major regression. Alrighty, one more game here, looking for a big win. And maybe one of these nights we'll do some Ultimate Team. Like, my goal this year has been to do more of more streaming so I can get around to things like Draft Champs and Ultimate Team, and I want to do like a couple streams a week at least. So who knows? Maybe I'll be back at it tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Top of the world didn't even win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean, Mike? Close enough. Hey, that's my team right there. Ricky Williams, Vontae Davis, and Tyrann Mathieu lead the way against John Elway, DeMarco Murray, and Patrick Peterson. I'm not looking forward to this. He has both a good running back and quarterback, and a mobile one, so. All right. For a draft champions championship, off we go. He has Randall Cobb back deep to receive. And he's down at around the 25-yard line, and we'll see if I can switch up my defense more because my opponent ran empty set every time. How old were you in 2003 when the Vikings did the same thing they did this year? 2003, I would have been 11. Yeah, I would have been 11. And I remember watching the Josh McCown touchdown pass to Nate Poole live. That was like my second real heartbreak as a Vikings fan. Like, when I first got into watching the Vikings was 2001, which was the same year they lost the NFC Championship game 41-0. That was like one of the first probably 10-15 games I'd ever seen. So I learned at a very young age what this team does to you. Second and 5. Bringing some pressure here. Elway intercepted by Robert Ayers. You just got picked off by a defensive lineman. So Jimmy Graham can't catch a football, but Robert Ayers can catch the football. That's what I'm talking about right there. Phillip Rivers takes the field here. And we're opening things up here. Got a wheel route. Want to. Oh, man. That wouldn't have worked anyway. I like blitzing. I enjoy it a lot more against humans than the computer because the computer tends to expect it when you send it. Or they see it better. Whereas you can always catch a human off guard. I like that. All right. Flood here. And they do call a zone. We'll go to Jimmy. Hey! Jimmy Graham! Jimmy Graham caught the football. Why haven't I played, I haven't played any songs on here. Some background music. Do you guys want any background music? First off, yay or nay? Good makeshift play call. That's what I like to do. Call on gauge 8 and just experiment with your 6-man rushes. Okay. Oh, no, Harrison Smith. I didn't think he'd get there. Did not think he would get there at all. That was unfortunate. So, Josh Scobie on to kick. And we run a little shovel option to Michael Humanawana Nui, and that didn't work. Went for it. Went for it. Man, I really botched that third down play. I think it looks like not as many want to see music as I thought, as that gets knocked down by Donald Butler. I spent some time setting up the whole music thing too, so I could make sure that worked properly. But if you guys don't want the music, it's okay. I mean, some do. It looks kind of split. If it gets to epic moment time, I think I'll start playing a little bit of music in the background. Not in the first quarter. Uh-oh. Elway scrambling. Intercepted! Tyrann Mathieu! The Honey Badger there on the user pick is, I'm not sure what Elway was doing on that one. I'm not sure what he was thinking. All right, run the football, Ricky Williams. I got to be careful, though. I don't want to try juking on Harrison Smith because he's just going to wreck my day. All right, Ricky on second down. Oh, no. Nothing on this one. Patrick Peterson comes down in run defense. If he's going to call those aggressive blitzes, though, I have to keep that in mind because those are easily exploitable. If you see him. I'm expecting zone here. Looks like cover 3. And I would like to motion out Ricky Williams. Uh-oh. Got it to Graham. I knew it would be risky. But it worked. Jimmy Graham, eyes are on you after 4 drops last game. Plus, I'm going to credit you with the interception you caused. Whoops. Stacking the box more than I like to see here. Jimmy Graham. Look at that. He's not letting go of that football now. Have you thought about signing older players for small 1-year contracts on the Chargers? That's something that I do like doing sometimes, and I have done it. Like, I went and signed Carl Klug. Was there another example? Well, there's Bakari Rambo, who isn't old, but he is a veteran who's kind of been more of a journeyman. Now, hey, connection lost. Please say that's not on my end. Was that another quit? I like that clip, though, there with Jason Garrett just standing there with that in front. I don't know, maybe he didn't like the way I was running my game. Please tell me that's my 4th W, though. I should get the win, because I'm still connected online. So in the meantime, I guess while we wait for that to work, I guess we could go on, I'm assuming we could go into Ultimate Team and, okay, 1 event ticket pack, 4 win head-to-head DC pack, okay. So all 4 wins were quits then. What do I get? What do you get in these packs? Anything good? The competitive badge, and I got Russell Wilson 86, which this time of year, this is not an exciting get, but I guess I pulled an elite. I pulled Russell Wilson. I can auction him for whatever an 86 overall quarterback is worth these days. All right. Let me hop into Ultimate Team here in a minute. Monumental moments. I would like to stick with all the Ultimate Team programs throughout the year. It's just I am in for a week, then I'm out for a month. In for a week, out for a month. And it's harder to keep up when I'm making when all my content for MUT is in videos. If I could just stream for a couple hours a week, it's like, okay, I can handle it a little bit easier, maybe play some solos and just conversate here on the stream. This is the team I have on here right now, though. I know it has to get a lot better. But I like the core I built. I have a Randy Moss on here, the best one that I could afford, like the best value at the time. I want to see what Randy Moss is going for these days as I get some stuff here from MUT Rewards. Okay, Pro Pack time. Let me rip this open. Like 4,000 coins? Is that what the Russell's worth? Where's a Pro Pack? I'm assuming I'll get nothing here. But hey, you never know, right? DeMar Dotson, 76. And now my playoff pack. I don't know what comes in playoff packs, but we shall see. Hey, Devondre Campbell. I got a Minnesota Gopher at least. Of course, an 83 this time of year. No one's happy about that. Jarius Wright. Come on, throw an elite my way. Even a bad one. There's Will Ty. Even a bad elite will do. I just want to see the red. Nope. Alright. Now I got the bonus Le'Veon Bell coming my way. Nah, I'm good. Let me see here. I want to see what the Mosses are going for now. It's been a while since I checked. You guys still playing Ultimate Team in the comments here? Not really sure if my subscribers watch or play Ultimate Team throughout the year. This is getting more reasonable, though, for an Elite Randy. Let's go 90-94. You can go 165 here and get this one, which I'd probably spend that if I had it, which I could probably get there. What is the ultimate? Is that the best Randy Moss there is? Let me just plug in Elite. Sort by overall. This one's the best because it has double chemistry. I don't care about chemistry as much. But hey, I could go get myself the best Randy Moss, it looks like. They've gotten cheaper. Stream some Chargers on here. I'm not going to stream any games, but I think I'd be open in the future to streaming like practice with some rookies or something along those lines, but I don't want to stream games. I know I did stream some stuff a while back. I know UTSA I did a couple. Alrighty. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for this live stream. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight on no notice. And, you know, stream for about an hour here. And I want to see how this, I want to watch this back and see the quality and all that stuff. And I'm going to make a decision if I want to focus more on the YouTube streaming or on Twitch. Some of the people I follow on Twitter today were saying YouTube is better. And I know I have friends that stream on YouTube. So I'm going to figure out some stuff about this platform. But this went smoothly. The health stayed good the entire time. I have 0 drop frames. An hour of draft champions. That's what I like here. Got some extra content for the channel. Always a fan of that. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Next time I stream Draft Champs, we will go and do a brand new draft to kick it off. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. And if you're looking for the Chargers franchise offseason, it is on my channel now. Part 1 is up. Part 2 is in the description. And tomorrow, Kalispell Dynasty. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you all